Hollywood is going to burn to the ground. I'm not talking about some movie. I'm not being dramatic. I'm talking about that actual place, that famous sign everyone knows, those hills you see in every single American production. It's going to turn to ash. France is burning right now. Europe is burning right now. America is catching fire right now. And what God showed me is that this isn't going to stop where it is. It's going to spread. It's going to reach places nobody ever thought fire could reach. Places that have been standing for centuries, that survived wars, that survived crisis after crisis, that everybody just assumed would always be there. Gone. Ash. And look, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because God showed me this before it ever hit the news, and now it's hitting the news. And when I saw those wildfire reports, I knew I had to come back here. Because if the fire is the confirmation, what comes after the fire is the warning I need you to hear right now. Because there's more coming. A whole lot more. And that's what I came to tell you. God gave me a second warning on top of the lights in the sky. And this time, He showed me something about the months ahead. Something that's directly connected to this fire you're watching on the news right now. It wasn't some beautiful dream. It wasn't some over-the-top vision. It was simple. He showed me two situations. First, it was like a time of abundance. Everything was stocked. Everything was easy to find. Store shelves were full. Nobody thought twice before buying what they needed. Then, without any warning at all, it was just gone. Like the table went from full to completely empty in 1 second. And right in the middle of that vision, He made it crystal clear. There's going to be a shortage. He said a lot of people are going to fall apart because they weren't ready. And He showed me this before any of it showed up on the news. And now it's all happening at once. The lights in the sky. The fires on the ground. And what comes after the fire is what kept me up at night. Because let me tell you what actually happens when a wildfire passes through. And I'm not just talking about the trees, not just the buildings. I'm talking about the living things caught in the middle of all of this that nobody's really talking about. The animals. Picture a forest catching fire in the middle of the night. Dead quiet. And then the fire starts moving faster than anything alive can run from. The deer try to run, but the fire moves faster. The birds try to fly, but the smoke rises and suffocates them before the flames even get close. The rabbits hide in their burrows thinking they're safe. And those burrows turn into ovens. And the dogs? That's what broke me when God showed me this. The dogs left behind when families evacuate in a panic. The pets trapped inside locked houses while the fire moves in. The ones that manage to escape but breathe so much smoke that their lungs are destroyed from the inside, even without a single visible burn on the outside. There are dogs that are going to die and their owners won't even understand why. Because the smoke kills from the inside before the fire ever arrives from the outside. And the cats. Cats suffer the most from smoke because their lungs are so much smaller. They hide. They don't run. And the smoke gets to them before anyone realizes what's happening. The cattle, the cows, the horses, the farm animals that can't be let loose because their owners fled too fast, trapped in their pens with fire closing in from every direction. I saw this in the vision, and I cried, because God let me feel what those animals feel. And there are no words for that kind of pain. And you know what makes it even worse? The animals dying in these wildfires right now are the same animals that produce the food that's going to be missing later. The cows dying today are the milk and the meat that won't be on shelves next month. The chickens suffocating in the smoke are the eggs that are going to disappear from the store. The bees dying when the fire burns through the fields are the pollination that won't happen for the next harvest. Everything is connected. And when the fire passes, what's left isn't just ash. It's the hunger that comes after. It's the scarcity that starts showing up slowly. First, the prices go up. Then certain things get harder to find. Then come the weeks when some stuff just straight up doesn't show up anymore. There are going to be stores with empty shelves. Not all at once, little by little. One thing here, another thing there, and people are going to start noticing. And then comes the panic. And God showed me that the effect of the fire doesn't show up right away. It shows up with a delay. That's what makes it so sneaky. You see the fire on the news and think it's far away. Doesn't have anything to do with your life. But 3 months from now, you're going to be standing in the grocery store and that thing you always buy isn't going to be there. And you're going to remember this video. And the scenario God showed me for after the wildfires was heavier than I expected to see. Because the fire doesn't just destroy the land and the animals, it destroys everything around it. The power lines running through regions that are on fire right now are going to go down. Roads cutting through devastated areas are going to be shut down for weeks. And when the infrastructure starts failing, the domino effect begins. The trucks that move food can't get through. The distribution centers that run on electricity stop functioning. The hospitals that depend on supplies coming in through destroyed roads start running out of the basics. God showed me there are going to be days when some systems just fail. Could be the power, could be the internet, could be the supply chain. I don't know which one goes first, but he made it real clear there are going to be moments of serious instability. And he showed me this so nobody gets caught off guard. Some people aren't going to believe it until the first blackouts start, but the ones who get the warning now are going to know that God already said something before it happened. And look, I know some of you are going to doubt this. Some of you think I'm being dramatic. But I'd rather be obedient than stay quiet and then watch people suffer without any preparation. When he showed me the fire, I understood it was the confirmation. When he showed me the scarcity, I understood it was something that was going to hit people's homes directly. And when he talked about the end of July, I understood it was a turning point. Not a good turning point. A turning point in reality. Things are going to be different. I can't fully explain it. But you can feel it. I feel it too. And I also felt that God doesn't want his people to be afraid. He wants them to be alert. He wants them to be awake. He wants them praying. Because he doesn't warn to scare people. He warns to prepare them. He's always done it this way. He warned before the flood. He warned before the plagues in Egypt. He warned before the famine in Joseph's time. And now he's warning before this fire, before the hardship coming right behind it. And the message is the same. Get ready, not just any way, the right way, calmly, wisely, with faith. This isn't about running around in a panic. It's about getting organized. And I need to say this too. Stock up on simple food, things that don't spoil, things that can be stored without electricity. Take care of your home. Take care of your kids. Take care of your health. Pay attention to your medicine, because a lot of things are going to be hard to find. And take care of your animals too. If you have a dog, a cat, any kind of pet, stock up on food and water for them. Because when things get crazy, the pet stores are the first ones that run out. And your dog can't tell you he's hungry. Whoever can grow something is going to have an advantage. Even a small corner with something growing is going to make a difference. God showed me that the earth is still going to provide what's needed for those who keep believing. That the people who follow Jesus are going to have provision in ways they won't even fully understand. He said that food is going to become medicine, and that a lot of natural things are going to replace what's missing from the pharmacies. But he also made it crystal clear. Don't wait for the shortage to start before you act. The time to prepare is right now. I don't know why God chose someone as ordinary as me to say this. I'm not a prophet. I'm a mom. I'm a homemaker. I'm 36 years old. I delivered the first message because I had to, and now I'm delivering this one too. The lights were the first warning. The fire is the second. The scarcity is the third. And the end of July is going to mark something important. I don't know the day. I don't know exactly how it's going to look. But I know God doesn't speak without a reason. And there's one more thing I hadn't mentioned yet, because I was waiting on God for confirmation. But now I know I can say it. He showed me that after this fire, after this hard season that's starting to show up, a lot of people are going to feel a pull toward God, unlike anything they've ever felt before. People who always put it off. People who never cared about the Bible. People who always said this stuff had nothing to do with their lives. Those people are going to start feeling a strong calling. It's not guilt. It's not fear. It's a calling. God is going to start touching a lot of hearts because He doesn't want anyone unprepared. And I know this might sound heavy, but it's not. It's care. I'm not talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about a shift in the times. Something that's going to affect people's routines, the way they live, what they believe in. I don't know how big it's going to be, but I know it's not small. He showed me that the end of July is going to be a landmark, a turning point, like something is about to be revealed. I don't know if it's political. I don't know if it's climate related. I don't know if it's spiritual. But I know it's going to affect the whole world. And I've noticed something these past few days. People are starting to sense things before they even see the news. I've been getting messages from people saying, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like something's coming. And that got my attention, because that's exactly what God showed me. He's preparing hearts before He prepares eyes. First He touches the inside, then He shows the outside. First He warns, then He confirms. And right now He's confirming, with this fire burning across the United States and Europe, with the changes happening all over the world, with the feeling that so many people are having that something is approaching. Let me be real clear. This isn't about panicking. This isn't about losing it. It's about getting organized, about praying more, about staying alert, about getting your house in order, because there are things God doesn't stop. But He warns ahead of time, so His people aren't blindsided. He doesn't want anyone unprepared. He doesn't want anyone asleep. He doesn't want anyone pretending not to see what's right in front of them. He wants people awake, people who are steady, people who are going to know how to face whatever comes with faith and a clear head. And I'm going to keep talking because I don't feel like my part is done yet. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be recording. I'm shy. I'm not experienced at this. I don't like being in front of a camera. But God asked. And when He asks, you do it. Even scared, even shaking, even awkward. Because He knows why He chose each person. He knows who's going to hear you. And if He's telling me to say this, it's because somebody out there needs it. And before I go, I need to tell you something. You stayed here until now. You listened to all of this. And that wasn't by accident. A lot of people open a video and close it in 30 seconds. A lot of people watch halfway and leave. But you stayed. And I believe you stayed because something inside you recognized that this is real, that this isn't made up, that this isn't drama. And if you stayed all the way to the end, I want to ask you one thing, just one. Pick up your phone right now, not later, right now, and send this video to one person, just one. Could be your mom, could be your daughter, could be that friend you know needs to hear this, but would never go looking for it on their own. You don't have to write anything. Just send the link and say, watch this. Because sometimes the right message reaches the right person through the right someone. And you could be that someone for a person you love. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, do that right now too. Not because I need the numbers, but because God isn't done talking. This was the second warning, and I know there's more coming, and when it comes, I'm going to be here, but you need to be subscribed to get it. Hit the bell too, because when the next warning drops, it's going to move fast, and you want to be one of the first to hear it, not one of the last. And I want to ask you one more thing. Drop something in the comments below. You don't have to write a lot. Could just be, I heard this, or getting prepared, or just the city you're in. Because I pray for everyone who comments. Every single day. I pick up my phone and I ask God to cover every family that came through here. And when you comment, you're saying that you heard it, that you woke up, that you're not going to let this warning pass you by. And that matters. It matters to me. It matters to God. Because He didn't send this warning to fall into empty air. He sent it to reach the people who need it. And you can be the bridge between this warning and someone you love. The signs have already started. The fire is burning right now. The animals are suffering right now. The scarcity is on its way. And the end of July is not going to pass quietly. Get your house ready. Get your family ready. Get your heart ready. Because God warned you, and He is just, and He takes care of His own. But now it's on you to do your part. Go ahead, share it, subscribe, drop a comment, and stay alert, because there's more coming.